Okay, I have already asked the first question about environment, and now I'm going to ask about the contents. By the way, I can ask more. Miss, the Chat GTP has given me 30 points or 20 points. I can ask. I can reach up to 100 points, and based onto those points, if I don't understand anything, like for example, didn't understand this discernment, so I ask it the meaning of this word. So if I don't understand anything, I can ask the further to Chat GPT to complete my study of that question. Let's ask about the content. We have talked about. Let's ask the content. See what I'm asking. I'm asking. I want to consume only content that include reference to holy scriptures, primary, scientific evidence, secondary, third, reports from social activities, tertiary, and fourth one. The fourth point is analysis from trusted organizations, quaternary, in both quaternary in both my personal and professional life. Means I want to consume only content that include reference to holy scripture, scientific evidence, report from social activities, and analysis of the trusted organizations. Analysis means the research reports or surveys. In both my personal and professional life, please guide me on how to prioritize and filter information. Let's see. To prioritize and filter information aligned with your criteria, you can adopt a systematic approach that ensures the content you consume adhere to your values and standards. Here is the step-by-step guide. Set up your priority framework. Order your priority clearly. Holy scriptures, primary, spiritual insights and eternal truth. Scientific evidence, secondary, data driven understanding and empirical proof. Third one, report from social activists. Like it is giving me the list. I'm asking Miss, I want the content to pass these criteria before reaching me or before consuming, before I consume them. So whether it is coming from school, college, from parents or from teachers, from mentors or from any in Tom, Dick and Harry available on this earth, their contents should pass out these filtration. Use that hierarchy to guide your focus, give precedence to scripture and aligning other sources with it. Build a filter system. When evaluating content, ask these questions for holy scriptures. Does this content directly refers or interpret scripture? Are interpretation aligned with credible theological perspective? Is it practical and applicable to my context? For scientific evidence, is the evidence peer reviewed and from a reputed source? Does it complement or clarify scripture insight without contradicting core values? For social activists report, does the activist's perspective align with ethical principle and value you are uphold? Are there insights based on first-hand experience or first-hand experience or credible research? Fourth, for trusted organization, is the organization credible and unbiased? Whether this is news organization or private or public or trust, means all these things are applied on all of them. Is the organization credible and unbiased? Does their analysis align with scripture, scientific evidence, and ethical consideration? These 3 points should be there. Third one, use trusted sources. Curate content from reliable platform for each category, scripture based, religious institutions, theological commentaries, and respected spiritual leaders, scientific, academic journals, government database, and respected scientific bodies, Nature, WHO. Active report, renowned activists or NGO with a track record of transparency and integrity. Integrity and transparency should be seen. Organizational analysis, reputable think tanks, global organizations like UN or IMF. No, these are not. uh, means I need to check. It has already told me that you have to check. Means I don't believe their UN or IMF their things are matching with other stuff. Means I have given the hierarchy. Certified research bodies. Fourth one, integrate and cross-check information. Cross-reference sources. Compare how scripture. See, here this is revealing my point. Compare how scripture, science, and activism approach an issue. Example, environmental ethics scripture may provide more guidance, science explain ecological impact, activists show grassroots challenge, and organizations offer policy recommendations. Ecological impact. Seek harmony, accept insights that align across multiple categories, prioritizing spiritual principles. Practice active critical thinking. Filter content rigorously with these steps. Question intent. What is the purpose of this content and does it align with your priorities? Identify bias. Is the author unbiased or does the content lean towards an agenda? Validate claims. Use scripture, scientific journals, trusted analysis to verify claims. To verify claims, validation of claims should be done by this. And then create content plan, daily focus. Dedicate a specific time to read scripture and scripture based content first. Thematic integration. Combine topics like ethic, health, or education with content from all levels scripture, science, activism, and analysis. Balance depth and breadth. Prioritize quality over quantity. Engage deeply with a few credible resources instead of consuming everything superficially. Tool and practice of for filtering. Digital tool. Use RSS feeds to curate content platform that specialized in religious, scientific, and ethical topics. Subscribe to newsletter from trusted organizations or scripture-based study group. Community discussion. Engaged in discussion with knowledgeable individual or forum to refine your understanding. Journaling. Document how insight from different sources align and guide your decision. Eighth one, guidelines for decision making. Start with scripture. See, enhance with science. Learn from activists. Review organizational analysis. These are the steps or priority. My priority. By consistently prioritizing and filtering information in the structured way, you will create a content environment that is both enlightening and aligned with your personal and professional values. I can ask more, as I have already asked in my last question. Anything more? So by asking this, I can go from 8th point onwards. Like it will give me 9-1. Develop personal filters. Holy scripture, primary, scientific evidence, secondary, social activist reports, tertiary. And 10th, establish trusted network. Only trusted people, no any Tom, Dick and Harry or unfiltered people or easy influence people. Find mentors and guides, join communities, create a knowledge integration system, reflect daily thematic study mapping frameworks. 12th one, apply wisdom to real life scenario. Taste understanding in decision, adapt and iterate. Okay, so I can ask more question to this and it will give me all the questions. So now I am asking the next question to GPT. I can study more this stuff.